Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of the Sony SSCS5, a pair of bookshelf speakers that I've been looking at for some time, as well as we're also going to take a look at my new mini amp. A lot of you have been saying that, you know, I should get a better amp for my passive speakers, and I finally did, because before I used to use my Lapai, and the thing is like super small. They only play, you know, it wasn't that strong enough to push a lot of the speakers that high up or push the speakers to their maximum power or even some adequate power, but this thing should be able to. So we're gonna look at both of these things. We'll do an unboxing of the speakers. This one, the amp doesn't have a whole lot of unboxing to do. It kind of just comes in the box, so, but I'll show you what the contents are inside the box. So with that said, let's go and take a look. Oh wow, they're big. That's one speaker, and then the other. One box is empty. Wow, they're big. Why are they so big? You know, for those of you who are not married, the thing about big speakers is that you got to make sure everybody at home is happy with them. I don't know how my wife is going to feel about this, but we'll worry about that later. For now, let's just do the unboxing. I mean, packaging wise is pretty simple, straightforward. They're a couple of passive bookshelf speakers. So they're just speakers. Nothing else is in it. Holy crap. Wow, these are big. I mean, look at the size of that edifier in the back. It looks pretty small. But anyways, along with the box, you do get the instruction manual, and with the instruction manual, you do get some rubber feet. So that's nice. They include that. Well, who needs that? We're not gonna look at that. Let's open up this grill. Now the grill is, you know, it's not magnetic. It's just you kind of push them in there, and you have the logo, the Sony logo. It's kind of see-through. But let's see, let me go behind the camera so I can give you a little close-up. Wow, look at this. That looks really good. So this is a three-way speaker. It looks like you get two tweeters. Wow. Play your lows, your mids, and your highs, I guess. On my desk, they're really big. I wouldn't want to keep them on my desktop, definitely not, but they can definitely serve as my left and right for my TV setup. Now, I need something to power them with. But before I go into the, well, yeah, let's just talk about the amp. We'll talk about specs later. So the amp is a Fosse Audio. I got this for about $89 or $70, I think. It was on sale. So I said, hey, why not? When they ship it to you, they give you this box, and inside the box you get all your stuff. A little foam padding. You have your instruction manual. And then you have your amp itself, and then you get your little Bluetooth antenna. So the amp is pretty straightforward. Now there are plenty of amps that I could have gone with, but I wanted something small and something that can give me 2.1 setup. And this was it on the market. I like this one, and I bought Fosse Audio equipments before, and I liked them, so I thought, hey, why not? The entire casing is aluminum. It's got a good feel to it. It comes with some rubber feet, and the volume knob, all the knobs are, you know, pretty damn smooth. You get your sub volume, you get your sub frequency cutoff, which was really important to me. You get the treble, you get the bass, and the volume rocker. On the back, you have your left and right in, subwoofer out, left and right input, or left and right output for your speakers, and then you will have another sub out. So that's why I like this amp a lot over any other mini amps. There are plenty of 2.1 and there are plenty of 2-channel amp, but this one is pretty unique. It fits my bill, it serves my purpose, plus is Bluetooth. It's good. Nice little amp. Does everything you want it to do. And the fact that you can control bass and treble, which is excellent. And you can also control sub volume. Now sub volume is good if you have a passive subwoofer, to which point you kind of just hook it up to this, sub out. And for active subwoofer, you use the LFE connection. Now my subwoofer did not have a subwoofer crossover cutoff knob. So this is kind of helpful for me, and this is good for you know, both passive and active subwoofer, whatever you want to do with it. This should be able to power up my Sony speakers just fine. The amp can push about 50 watts per channel, so that's plenty for me. I don't need it, you know, any stronger than that. All right, let's talk about the speakers. So let's go ahead and talk about specs real quick. These are, you know, what you call a three-way speakers. Frequency response, 53 hertz to 50,000 hertz, which is excellent. It'll play a wide range of things. You know, these are definitely great for, let's say, movie setups. You have your left and right channels to play those sound effects when you're watching, you have your own home theater. This is perfect. Impedance, about 6 ohms, maximum input, 100 watts. The woofer is a 5.25 inch. So it's quite big. The tweeter itself, they say it's 25 millimeter, and the super tweet is about 19 millimeter. Now, each of these speakers are ported in the back. And then in the back, you also have a lot of information here as well. You know, you have your impedance, you have your wattage. So to power these guys, I'm gonna use my little mini amp. They're big. There are some big speakers. So if you wanna get these, make sure you have space for it. Each of them are about 9 pounds. And to give you a scale, 13-inch high, 7-inch width, and 8-inch depth. So what do you say we hook them up? Let me grab some speaker wires. So we got everything hooked up. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll keep everything low for now. I think that's on. Let's go ahead and play something. That sounds really good. I mean, it sounds very theatrical. Let's play something else. We'll play Lord of the Rings, the opening scene.
His will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all. One by one, the free lands. Victory was near. It was in this moment, when all hope had faded, that Isildur, son of the king, took up his father's sword.
Oh yeah, that sounds really great. I gotta say, I mean, these are not your ordinary bookshelf speakers. They're not, I don't think you should even use them for bookshelf or for your desktop. I mean, they're really for home theater because they sound very, very, like I said earlier, theatrical. There's no way to put it. They sound crisp. You can hear the lows, you can hear the mids. The three-way system really works really well. What's interesting is that when you're up so close, you don't really hear it that well compared to if you know, let's say I was standing like 6 feet away from these speakers, then the sound kind of comes at you, and they sound really clear. Very good speakers, really. I mean, Sony, good job. Maybe I will replace my Micas with these. You know, the Micas are crap compared to this. I mean, yeah, if you find this on sale for less than $100 and you need some left and right speakers for your home theater, get it. You know, especially if you have an amp, a strong enough amp that can push, like, let's say 75 watts per channel or 50 watts per channel even, then these speakers will be great. Just make sure your amp can handle the ohm, the impedance, just because it'll draw a lot of power, and if your amp isn't strong enough, then you're gonna end up blowing up your amp, and there you go. Whether it's your amp or your receiver, whichever. Just make sure you do the math, figure it out, and just match everything accordingly. Now these are 6 ohms, which is fine. My little amp can play it, can push it. Great, no problem. But yeah, these are terrific. I mean, I can just increase the bass on this thing and I'll get that feedback It'll say play up to, you know, mid 50s and 60s, which is great. And if I need to go lower than that, I can just hook up a subwoofer to my mini amp, and that'll do the job. I would highly recommend these speakers. They're great. I love them. Now I just have to think about whether I want to keep them or not. Anyways, that's a wrap for this one. Thanks so much for subscribing. Leave your comments below if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. So thanks so much. I'll see if I can get some more speakers for you guys to do an unboxing and give my review on them. Let you know what I think. All in all, yep. See you guys on the next one.